Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anita and I share my experiences on my spiritual journey in hopes that perhaps what I tell you will be useful for you as well. So I'm in an unusual setting, I'm not at my own place, hence the difference in the backgrounds and so on and so forth. Anyways, I wanted to talk about my recent experience that I had when I was meditating alone at home. So last Saturday I was doing pineal gland meditation. So if you haven't done it yet or if you haven't bought it yet, it's one of the most interesting meditations there are to buy, I think, when it comes to Dr. Joe Dispenza meditations, because you kind of do blessing of energy centers, then you lie down, then you come back and ding your pineal gland with the breath, and then you basically focus on your pineal gland to activate it, to tune into the potential you want to draw to yourself. So it's a little bit more advanced, but I find it most interesting because of the variety of activities you do with it. So it's one of my favorites now. Whenever I have time, I just do it. So while I was meditating, during the portion of the meditation when you basically lie down, my shoulder again started to act up, and it has been so since I came back from Vienna. So my shoulder got partially fixed during the Vienna event. It stopped being so unstable, and I could do movements I couldn't do before without much of the consequences. There was no pain. It was like I felt more secure doing overhead presses and things like that. However, from time to time, I would still experience pain, especially if I woke up at night with lying on the side of the shoulder that was affected by the injury. So, oftentimes in meditation, I would experience those jolts of energy going through the shoulder, which were quite painful. At some point it was even annoying because here I was trying to focus on being nowhere, no one in no time, but the shoulder would start to jump up and down and being very painful, and I really didn't know exactly what to do with that pain. And sometime before I did that meditation on Saturday, I watched this testimonial of a lady that had been fixed up by beings during a retreat, and they were working on her shoulder. She was also complaining to the beings that the shoulder is quite hurtful, that it actually hurt, the whole process hurts. And they told her that it's necessary for them to first evoke the pain so that it comes out into the surface so that they could take it away. So, well, I'm not that advanced, or I don't really have that much of mystical experiences to see some interdimensional beings to be able to communicate with them. However, I kind of understood from the testimonial that you need to first put the pain into the surface, so drag the pain into the surface, and then somehow let it go so that it leaves your body. And during that meditation, I was lying on the ground, and my hand was like up in this direction, and it was like jumping in and out. I could feel manipulations inside of it. I could feel the energy moving through it, and at some point it was so painful, like the pain was like radiating through my whole arm, so not just shoulder but up until like forearm. And what I did eventually is I surrendered to whatever was happening completely. I stopped judging the pain, and at the same time I also said I'm willing to let go of that pain, or I'm letting go of that pain. I don't remember what was the thought I thought, but in the moment where I surrendered to the pain, at the same time, accepting it, but also being willing to let it go, that's when the pain completely dissipated. And ever since. Now, when I just function, I used to look for the pain in my shoulder because I was so used to it. But now I'm just like, I'm no longer testing whether the thing got fixed or not. I just stopped looking for the pain because in the meditation I decided to let go of it. And I keep myself in check. I keep my thoughts in check. I keep my behaviors in check. And ever since, I have to say, the shoulder seemed to be fine. So sometimes we get so preoccupied with the suffering, with the pain we feel, that even if we're presented with the opportunity, our identity is rooted in that pain and we are unwilling to let it go, even though it sounds illogical in a way. When you're used to suffering, it's part of your identity, so it takes some time and it takes some effort and it takes a conscious decision for you to let that one go. So that's all what I wanted to talk about. I hope I gave you something to think about, and I see you in the next one, guys. Take care.